everybody, it is me, Ryan from Ryan Studios, and I'm back in another video. And today I'm going to be reviewing the 5th and 6th episode of The Mandalorian. And now you're probably like, well, Ryan, why are you reviewing it now? It's Tuesday, and the episode's coming out on Friday. Well, actually, the 7th episode is coming out tomorrow, which is Wednesday, because there's a Rise of Skywalker sneak peek or whatever. So that I'm just reviewing them now, I guess, before it doesn't really make any sense. So the 5th episode, I don't remember what it's called. I don't remember what any of the episodes are called, but the 5th episode was just amazing. I wouldn't say it's the best out of all of them. I still think the 3rd one is the best. And it did have a rival, the 6th episode. The 6th episode I really did love a lot. So the 5th episode, he goes on to Tatooine, which is just very nostalgic. I was really excited to see it, like, kind of not with the original trilogy, just to see how the graphics would hold up to today on that planet. So he goes looking for jobs, and also he needs to get his ship fixed because earlier in the episode, which was like a minute, he gets attacked by somebody, I guess a bounty hunter, trying to kill him. Sorry, my door just closed. But anyways, so he, of course, his ship damage, he refuels it. There's this, like, kind of annoying lady. I really didn't like her. She was very annoying. And he hides Baby Yoda on the ship. She eventually finds him when Baby Yoda escapes. After he leaves, he finds this guy. I don't remember his name at all. I don't really remember anybody's names in this show, if I'm being honest here. And then they join, I guess, they team up because he's trying to get into the Bounty Hunters Guild, and he has to find this one bounty, and he doesn't want any of the money. He said he'll give the Mandalorian the money as long as he just gets the bounty. So they get speeders, and then it's like this really cool scene where they just I guess speed through the desert of Tatooine. Then they are stopped by Tusken Raiders. The Mandalorian kind of works a deal with them, saying they'll pass if they have their binoculars or something. And then they leave. Then they find a dewback with some guy, I guess a bounty hunter, dead, like just being dragged by the dewback. And then there's obviously a sniper, because why would he just be laying off of a dewback? But he's still kind of attached to it from the hassle. I really don't know what you call it. Lass. I don't ride horses or anything, so I don't know. But anyways, then they have to take cover. They wait till night. Then they use these flash kind of bang things, and they just shoot him up in the air, because apparently it kind of blinds an enemy for a little bit of time, so they can sneak past, get around her, which is played by Mingo Wen. I only remember that because she was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. back when I used to watch it. I don't know if she's dead or not. I really don't know. Like the actress, I like the character. I didn't mean the actress. I think she's still alive. But anyways, they capture her. Then they realize they only have one speeder, because the one speeder did get destroyed when she was sniping them. So then they go. Then Mandalorian goes back for the dewback to get it, and then the bounty hunter was talking to the girl, the sniper person, and she kind of convinced him to kill the Mandalorian and all of that, because he's a huge bounty apparently, because of all the stuff that happened in the 3rd episode. So he's like, yeah, that makes sense. So he kills her and gets on the speeder, gets back before he does, grabs Baby Yoda, and the lady that was kind of annoying, and then he just waits there, I guess, until the Mandalorian shows up, because obviously dewback is a lot more, I guess, slower than a speeder. So then the Mandalorian kills him and leaves. So that's the end of the 5th episode. Really nothing much happened. It was just a little stop for a trip and then a little detour. But the 6th episode, however, he of course goes and gets his fixed ship. I don't know what he did. I don't know why he went there at all, but he goes to this one, like, I guess, medical. I think it was a medical bay. It's similar to the medical bay that the Galactic Republic used. I guess maybe it was scrapped and then they put it back. I don't really know what happened there, but so he lands there, and then some guy approaches him who's like an old friend. He's like, "Hey, I have a job. We need to get someone out of the New Republic jail." So Mandalorian's like, "I don't want to do it, but fine, I'll do it," because he's kind of pressured into doing it. And then he meets this one Twi'lek, who's like, I don't really like her character at all, but she was kind of like weird. But they meet. Apparently, they have some like history or whatever. And then there's another guy who's like super strong, and then like a gunslinger. I guess he was I think he was an Imperial trooper. At least they were making fun of him. And then so they take the ship. The droid flies the ship. They're constantly just torturing the man. They're not really torturing him. They're more like psychologically torturing him. They find the baby accidentally, and then they start throwing it around like it's a football. And then the gunslinger drops the baby, and he's kind of pissed. He's just pissed at everyone at that. And by the time they get to the shuttle, which it did remind me the shuttle that the guy was in, the New Republic shuttle, did remind me of the cargo shuttle from The Force Awakens. But sorry about the heater. It's really annoying. There's nothing I could do about it until it gets warm again. But anyways, so I guess they go raid it. They kill a bunch of droids. They, instead of using like actual people, they use droids. And they said there's no life forms other than the prisoners on the vessel. So they then go to the control room, and there's a guy who was played by Matt Lanter, I think, and it was because he voices Anakin in the Clone Wars. There's like this so there's this entire storyline behind this little tracker thing. So basically, if you click the button, it alerts the, I guess, New Republic that there's like an attack or ambush or something, and they need a bombing run. So of course he accidentally hits it once that Twi'lek kills him, which was kind of stupid. And then they have like 20 minutes. So they find the guy, they take him out, they push the Mandalorian back in the jail cell, they lock him in there, then they leave to go find the ship, and they're just going to leave him on there to be bombed. So then the Mandalorian escapes using a broken droid arm that he destroyed as it passed the jail, and then he goes back, finds the control room, shuts down, splits the team in half, basically. Not literally, just like in general, so that's 2-2. So he has better chance of killing them, I guess. So he first he faces the Twi'lek, and I don't know, it's like, it starts with a D, the species. I really don't know what they're called, but they're super strong. They have 2 horns on their head, and their skin color is red. So he first takes out him. He tries like decapitating him, he tries to choke him out, and then decapitates him. And then he tries to slam a door on him, like what happened with the guy in the beginning of the first episode, except it was supposed to be on his neck. So I forget how he dies. I haven't watched the episode in a little while. I'm going to rewatch it pretty soon. But then he goes for the Twi'lek. I guess he kills her. We don't see anything. We don't really see anybody die, which I'll get into later. And then he goes after the gunslinger, and then he faces off the guy, which was the Twi'lek sister, brother, is a boy and a girl. So then he's like, just take me in for the money instead of killing me like a savage, I guess. Like, not like savage like cool, but like savage like an animal. So he takes him in. The droid that was flying the ship is like scrolling through the Mandalorian's like history of who was communicating to him, and he listened to communications and realizes that the baby is a bounty, like a really big bounty. So he tries to kill it. Baby tries using the Force on him, and then the droid is shot. He takes in the guy back to the guy that he knew in the beginning of the episode, and then he gets the money. He leaves that thing with the bombing run in the thing with the guy, with the prisoner, I guess. And then a bunch of X-Wings, which was actually with a cameo with the director of the Clone Wars, Dave Filoni, and medical bay. It wasn't really medical bay, really. It just reminded me of it. and then that got blown up, obviously, from the bombing run. And then the final shot is the 3 kind of bounty hunters. They're not really bounty hunters. Yeah, they are. It just shows them still locked in a cage, so they're not dead. We'll probably not see them on the last episode. Most likely, we'll see them in the second season. But yeah, that is it for this video, guys. Hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.